there are some peptides that are available as well that can help me and people like me that are having those kinds of, because this is a new thing. You and I haven't even talked about this. The weight kind of staying.
The distribution.
And you know how I am about my workouts and my food.
Right.
And I'm like, I seriously want to start throwing punches and laying hands, because I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me?
As far as peptides around weight loss.
Well, either weight loss, even like mental clarity. And because that foggy brain thing happens, because, I'll call you and I'll be like, whatever that word is.
Yeah.
There are certain things that could potentially help in those areas.
I guess the disclaimer around peptides is that there's several of them that are not FDA approved, right? There's some that are, there's some that aren't. So when we talk about peptides, you just kind of got to know we don't always have the ability to resource most of the ones that we're talking about, but there are a few that we do. But in general, I'm a huge fan of what's called GHRPs, which are growth hormone releasing peptides. Probably my favorite one is one that's not FDA approved, which is called ipamorelin. They usually combine that with CJC 1295, which gives it a little bit more stability.
Is CJC available?
It's not FDA approved.
Okay.
Essentially, ipamorelin, in my opinion, is probably one of the, like what I always tell people is like it's your best bang for your buck, right? Tesamorelin is great, but tesamorelin is pretty expensive. Tesamorelin, though, is FDA approved, and so people use that. Samorelin is a good one. It's very safe. It's been out since the 80s. It's also FDA approved, but it's a little bit like if you're kind of tiering these, I would say Samorelin is probably the weaker of the peptides with growth hormone. You've got albuterol, which is also in a clinical trial. That one is a lot of people know it as MK677, probably one that puts more lean mass on you, and it's oral, so a lot of people like that because most peptides are going to be injectable.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of AOD 9604, which is anti-obesity drug. This is not a peptide. It's called naltrexone. And I literally just put a patient on it. She's been my patient for years. She had eczema, she had brain fog, and weight gain. She literally texted me on Sunday and said, "Josh, the eczema's gone." She had it on her eyes. I mean, like it was all over her.
That's bad too.
And
God love her.
Was trying to figure out any other way besides, immunomodulators and corticosteroids to get control of it. So she's like, it's completely gone. My brain fog is gone, and I've lost 4 pounds. Pretty crazy. So, but when you're targeting inflammation, you've got probably the most popular peptide out there is BPC 157. TB500 is often used in combination with that one. It's fantastic for inflammation in general. It can be used orally for supplement use. It can be used injectable for soft tissue, joints. I mean, it really has a great deal of benefits. And because it's getting rid of inflammation, a lot of times it has brain clarity and things like that, where you just are bringing down that systemic inflammation. So you can get a lot of different benefits. GHK, which is GHK copper. That one's, now you start to see peptides that are, I think they'll call them like the glow blends. And usually those are combinations. So they may have a little bit of the growth hormone peptides and then a little bit of GHK in it. And so the idea behind that one is you're leaning out with the GHRPs, but then you're promoting skin health with the GK copper. And as a result of that, it helps you to look more toned, so the skin looks tighter. So there's some pretty cool. MOTS is another one. Peptides are so interesting to me. I think what's hard to know is where are they going to go.
Yeah.
We just, I want to be very optimistic, but at the same time, I mean, something that came on my desk 3 weeks ago was that the FDA is considering removing desiccated thyroid from the market.
Yeah.
Which is one of those things where I'm like, wait a minute, how can we in the same breath have a conversation about regulating peptides in the current, HHS department, and yet in the same breath over here in the FDA, we're talking about restricting a medication that's been out for a long time.